everyone, this is Jody from Cody's General Store. My camera's all wonkadoodle, but I'm going to show you how to do some decoupaging on whatever you have. So get ready. I'm going to bring you down here. You don't need to be looking at me. What we're going to do is this Catalog of Birds by Roy Cycle. Can you kind of see that? It's really kind of neat. It's a neat print. But I have cut out one of the bird prints, and I have a tile, just a small tile that we can use for a trivet, we can use for a coaster, use it for anything. And that's kind of what I'm showing you, is how you can just use anything and decoupage on it. So what I'm going to do is I just cut this out. So I'm going to get my brush and water. I've got water in this here, and I'm just going to kind of go around because I want it to be kind of have an organic flow to it. So that's why I'm using the water, just so I can pinch off my paper there and kind of just give it a, like I said, an organic glow. I could cut it too if I wanted to, but we're going to do that. It's really a beautiful print, isn't it? It's kind of watercolory looking. So easy to decoupage, so much fun. I usually do it on furniture, but I'm doing some quick videos just to show you on smalls how you can take anything and make gifts out of them for Christmas, for any occasion. And with how high everything is now, my gosh, you got to do something to correct your budget, should we say, because food is so expensive, at least where we are. We're in Oregon. Eastern Oregon is where we are, which is really closer to Idaho than it is to, let's say, Portland. We're on the far eastern side. We're just really an hour, well, maybe a little bit longer. Yeah, about an hour over the Idaho border. So see, I'm just placing this cute little guy on there. Isn't that cute? Maybe I'll take a little bit of this side off. You just kind of put it where you want to put it. Measure that again. I want his tail to be there. So I'll just take a little bit more off there. And I'm using water and a brush just to kind of tear my paper, just to give it an organic flow. That's all. Put it over there where it fits. We're going to take a little bit of this off. I woke up this morning to snow. It was snowing. We were in a blizzard, a snow blizzard. It's like, oh my gosh, it's supposed to be spring. There's probably people watching from all over. Anybody else get snow? I know I have a girlfriend in Montana, and she posted yesterday, April Fool's Day. She posted they were getting snow, and it was continually snowing. And it wasn't an April Fool's joke either, guys. It was for real. Okay, here we go. So now what I use is top coat. You can use any kind of lacquer you want. You can use Mod Podge. You can use whatever you want. But I use a top coat. Any kind of glue stuff is good. Top coats have always worked really well for me, though. So let's just do a little area where we're going to put this little guy. And normally when I do bigger pieces, I take sections and get an anchor section. But with this, I don't have to, because this little fella is small. So see how I just I put on my top coat, taking a brush and just kind of brushing it. Also too, something I use is saran wrap. And like I said, it's a little different for me when I do furniture pieces, because you're using a lot larger paper, and I always start from the center and go out. Whoops, I'm using my wrong one here. Dipping it in the water instead of where I want it. So now I'm using top coat again and just kind of going where I know my paper is going to be. Put a little bit more down there and just smooth it over. It's not good to use your hands a lot on it because the paper when it gets wet, it wants to rip. And your hands are a little heavier than this is. And Sheila, you'll come back and get me?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
be back. I've got to finish
Okay.
something.
Sorry, guys, my sister was leaving and she's going to take me somewhere in a little bit. So anyways, just quick smooth it over. I'll use this. I like using the brush. And then I'll let this dry and then I will put in a top coat. Isn't that stinking cute? Look at that. We can use that as a coaster, some type of a little trivet, put it in a little plate holder or something. Isn't that the cutest though? Can you guys see it? Put that up. And that was just with one of the recycle papers that I cut out. Okay, we're going to do something else now. This is another decoupage paper, and I'm not sure. This might be from Decoupage Central or maybe Decoupage Queen. Not sure, but it's a sunflower. Isn't it the cutest thing? And I'm using tiles is all I'm using. Got these at a garage sale or something. Or I think it was Habitat for Humanity or something like that. So got that. And now I am going to put this guy. And as you can see, this is a little bigger than my piece, but I don't care. I'm just going to chop it off down there. And at least we'll have the bumblebee and we'll have the flower. Okay, once again, I'm just going to kind of organically get rid of some of this stuff here. We don't need all this. And I want to get rid of my side here. So I'm doing my water trick. It's a fun way to trim your paper. This is rice paper, is what this is. So you can see the fibers on it, a little bit different than my regular decoupage paper. This is decoupage paper, but the one that's not the rice paper. Yep. So let me know in the comments if you guys got snow today. I'm interested to know if Eastern Oregon and Montana are the only ones that did. Imagine if you're in the southern states, your weather is pretty nice now. Ours was kind of getting nice. I did hear, I think it's supposed to be maybe this weekend in the 60s or the low 60s maybe. I don't know. Let's measure this. Hope everyone's doing good. Today is Wednesday, halfway through the week. So that's going to be fun. We made it. Don't they call that hump day or something? I can't see any comments, guys. I should bring my, I've got a computer, but I should bring my laptop or hook my phone up to it or something so I can see comments. But I'll go back by and watch all the comments. I do have some of this decoupage paper on my Etsy store, Cody's Paint Studio. I can drop the links down below so you can see if you're interested in any of this paper to try the fun little projects. And it is fun. It truly is a happy place. You don't need a paint studio or anything to do this. You can just do it at home. And like I said, it's really a fun idea for gifts for people. A lot of girls now too are going to the Dollar Tree and getting stuff and refurbishing it and upcycling it, and it really looks cute. I did a frame one time. I'll have to get on here and show you. I can get another one to do with that, foil. I don't know if any of you have been into that foil art, but there is foil that you can put on, you know, like gold leafing and stuff. It's a little different than that, but I'm just trimming down here, which I know I'm going to be cutting this part all off because my tile is not big enough, but that's okay. It's going to be good. All right. We got that done. So now we're going to do this. And I think with this one, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a little bit of that off on top, is I'll do this one different so I show you kind of how I do an anchor piece on this. And like I said, I do a lot of furniture with decoupage paper, so that's how I do my furniture, is with an anchor. Take that part off. The decoupage part is easy. It's the trimming it and getting this baby where you want it, the measuring, that kind of stuff. It's not hard. It's just a little bit more time consuming. And I wanted to do it in front of you because I wanted to show you the different ways. You know, there is a couple different techniques on decoupaging. One of them is called the wet and the dry one is an iron-on method. We've done that before and showed it to you. And that's a nice one. I like that one, but my favorite is more of the wet. For some reason, it just seems like I have more control. I don't know why it does, and maybe I don't, but it kind of seems like I do. And the other one is just with the hot iron that you do it. There is a process to it. You can't just do what I'm doing and then put iron on it. It's a whole different process. But like I said, it's not hard. It's easy, and maybe we'll do a video on that. All right. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so cute. Look at that. Isn't that the cutest? As you see, we got a lot of leftover here that we're going to get rid of. So I'll probably just do it now. Go out here a little bit with my water and get rid of this. See, easy peasy. Probably have to take a little bit more off, but I don't want to come up super short, although it doesn't matter. You know, on the furniture and stuff, I do a lot of blending with paint on my decoupage paper. Just here, I wasn't going to bring out the paint, so I'm trying to get it as close as I can to the edges. And this is kind of easy to do because this is rice paper, so you see all the fibers that it has. It makes it look kind of neat, kind of, oh, what do you want to say? I don't know what. Not rustic, but natural. Tearing real easy once I get that water on there. There we go. All right, I think it's good, guys. Good to go. So cute. Now, this is a little bit bigger trivet. Our last one we did. What's that one? Seeds. And these both I picked up. Just, like I said, one was at that Habitat, and the other was probably garage sale or something. I'm going to do a little bit more down here. Not tons. I don't even know if I need more water. Probably don't. Yep, see, I don't. I'm waiting for some new decoupage paper come in. I'm just getting Royce's in. I was a little late on my ordering, just have a lot going on here. Busy, busy, busy. And my daughter, Holly, she does the videos with me sometimes. She had her birthday yesterday. She is an April Fool's girl. I'm going to put a little bit more down here. But she's getting up there. She was 55 years old yesterday. So what does that tell you how old I am? I'm the mom. So I'm getting up there. It's hard to keep track of how old my kids are. My gosh, it's hard for me to remember how old I was. I'm still here, still cooking. A little bit more, guys. I'll get this yet. Take a little bit. You can just be as creative as you want to. You don't have to be perfect at this. That's a neat thing about creating. It's just like, you know, you think you made a mistake, and we always call them happy mistakes because there is no mistakes. Not with this stuff. It's just so fun. You can do whatever you want. All right. I think we're ready. A little bit more over here. I'm not a perfectionist, guys. I'm really not, but I do have a tendency to be critical of my own stuff. Does anybody else do that, or is it just me? Okay, here we go. I am going to say it's done. So now what we're going to do, we are going to do an anchor spot. Remember I told you anchor? So that's where you take a little bit of your paper, you roll it up after you get it where you want, and I'm putting on my top coat right now. And as you see, I'm doing a good amount, not a horrible lot, because once again, we don't want our paper to get too wet, although it will. So I'm laying that down, as you can see. On my brush, here it is. And then I'm just going to take my brush and I start from the center, especially if I'm on my furniture. I start from the center and go that way. That way I can get any wrinkles, bubbles. You want to make sure you get all the surface because you do get bubbles, which we posted a video, I think it was a short, on how to get bubbles out. Because it does happen. Okay, so now I have my anchor. So I get to lift that up. And I'm going to pull it just a little to make sure I'm getting to where I laid the other down. And voila. So we'll use this time. A lot of girls use all kinds of different stuff to lay their paper down. And remember, we don't want to use our hands because we do, a lot of times, we'll tear the paper. So I'm just going out, get the wrinkles. Okay. And that's how I do furniture, little by little. But you're dealing with a whole bigger piece too. It's not like this little teeny baby. I did a lot that time. Okay, we'll try this guy. Down and out, down and out, down and out. Easy peasy, huh guys? You're gonna wonder why you never did this. I'm old enough to have decoupaged way back in the day, and I don't remember when that was. I don't know if that was in the 70s. Do any of you guys remember when decoupage was the rage? But I didn't decoupage then. Actually, it looked kind of hard to me. I wasn't a crafter. I was raised in Southern California. And I didn't really get into crafts or anything. Went to the beach a lot and was outside a lot too. So that is it. That is so cute. Like I said, you can paint over decoupage paper too. Let's make sure we have all of our paper laid down good. I'll give it another little rubby-dubby here. We have another one. We did I think it was a short. I need to do more long videos, but we did one of the sunflower on a book. It was really kind of pretty looking. We did even use some gilding wax, some gold gilding wax to trim it. All right, so I'm going to put this over here. Let you guys see it. Isn't that the cutest? Just out of an old tile. Stinking cute. And I could trim it with wax or anything that I wanted to. But let me, what did I do with my other one? I just had it. There it is. This one, I'm going to go ahead and put a layer on top just to seal it. So I can use it as a coaster or any kind of a trivet, and I'm sealing my paper on there right now. And you can also apply decoupage paper on top of decoupage paper. And you can also put transfers on top of your decoupage paper. So we'll have to do a video on that. This is just going to be a quick shorty showing you that. So this little guy is done with a top coat. So he is sealed and ready to go. This one I am going to wait on and let it dry. Some girls don't let it dry. I'd like to let mine dry a little bit more before I put it on. So there you go. That was it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to us. Be sure to watch all our YouTubes if you like this, and visit our other sites too. All right. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day. Bye.